Hey guys, today I'm making my long-awaited stats video. So, I'm going to be talking about the stats that got me into NYU, as well as Howard University, Fordham University, Loyola Marymount University, University of South Carolina, IE University, and St. Louis University, Madrid. I kind of forgot everything, so I have it all written down on my iPad, and I'm going to start off with a little bit of background about my school. So I go to a small private boarding school in Pennsylvania. Our class size is around 100. We don't have class rank, we don't have APs, and we don't have a weighted GPA. So that's something that's kind of interesting about our grading system. So next I'm going to talk about standardized testing. I only took the SAT, and I took it 3 separate times. The first time I took it was in my May of my junior year, and I got a 1230, reading, writing 610, and math 620. Then I took it again August of senior year, and I got a 1220, 10 points less, and my reading, writing was 590, and my math was 630. And then I took it for the last time in October of my senior year, and I got a 1330, reading and writing 680, and math 650. And yeah, I didn't study after August because I kind of just gave up, but I think that's why I did so much better in October, because I wasn't anxious about the test. I just went, I didn't study, and I got good sleep, and I did significantly better. So yeah, and I submitted my SAT everywhere except NYU and Tulane because it was really far below the average, and the other schools either required it or my SAT was above average, so I just submitted the 1330 everywhere except NYU and Tulane. And then additionally, for every school I applied either international business, international affairs, or international relations. So now I'm going to get into my GPA and classes. So as I said, we don't have APs, so the way colleges kind of look at courses that we took is whether they're advanced or regular, because advanced classes at my school are somewhat similar to AP classes, so colleges kind of like put that on their own scale and weigh them on their own. So in 9th grade, I took 9 classes. I took English, History, Spanish 2, Algebra 1, Chemistry 1, Physics 1, Quakerism, Intro to Studio, and Health. Health and Quakerism, I don't really think colleges look at those, but my GPA for freshman year was a 3.7 flat, just 3.7. And then for my sophomore year, I took 10 classes. I took American Literature, U.S. History Advanced, Spanish 3, Geometry, Algebra 2, Intro to Programming, Website Development, Biology 1 Advanced, Biology 2 Advanced, World Religion. So I just started taking more advanced classes, which I think looked probably better. And my sophomore year GPA was a 3.79. And then junior year, I took 10 classes. I took Contemporary World Lit, Writing and Critical Film Advanced, Spanish 5 Advanced, Statistics, Computer Science 1 Advanced, Chemistry 2 Advanced, World Religions 2, Storytelling and Performance, Physics 2 Advanced, and then Pre-Calculus. And my junior year GPA was a 3.81. A lot more advanced classes. And then for my senior year, I'm taking 9 classes. Some I've already taken and some I'm taking right now. But the colleges know, obviously. So I took the Essay, Writing with Power Advanced, Contemporary Affairs Advanced, Latin American Experience Advanced, Spanish 6 Advanced, Calculus 1 Advanced, Environmental Science 1 Advanced, Chemistry Bonding, Chemical Bonding Advanced, Ceramics 1, and Ethics and Philosophy. And my cumulative GPA for all of high school that was given to the colleges was a 3.77. Right now it's probably higher, but it doesn't really matter because I've already been admitted everywhere. So yeah, and I know my school doesn't offer APs, but I did take the AP Spanish Language and Culture AP just for fun, and I got a 4, and I also submitted that score. And then I am taking AP Spanish Lit in the spring. Don't know what I'm going to get on that, but hopefully a 5. So those are my courses. So also my school submits the student profile, and I don't know why I sounded so southern there. Every year the average is around 90, 3.7, 90 out of 100 and 3.7 because you used to be on a 100 scale. So I'm literally right on par with the average GPA. That's why I say I'm like pretty average. Like everybody here is pretty cracked and I'm pretty average. So now I'm going to talk about the common activities that I put. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about my activities that I put for the Common App. So my first was the CIEE exchange that I did last summer, and I have a few videos about it on my channel if you want to check it out. It was just, I was in Madrid for a month taking Spanish classes, living with a host family, and you know, things of that sort. It's a very good program. I highly recommend for anyone who's interested in language. They have so many different locations. You can do it in any part of the world, and they have other stuff for volunteering, and they have so many different programs that you can do. And it's not just for high school students, it's for college students as well. Second, I had community service. I taught English to Spanish-speaking adults at this church for 3 years. Well, for 2 years. It was supposed to go on for this year, so I put for 12. But since the ICE raids have been going on and this administration that we're under, the students didn't feel comfortable coming into Westchester because they were afraid of being around ICE, which is really sad, really unfortunate, and I really hope that everything can get cleared up in the future. My third was working as a part-time associate at the UPS store. I used to work there in 9th and 10th grade during the summer. I was just like a cashier and did the normal stuff that UPS people do. And then fourth, I was on my dance team for 3 years. I mean, I still am, but yeah. So 10th, 11th, and 12th. Fourth was that I co-founded the Spanish Immersion Club at my school, and basically we just go to different places and only speak Spanish, and it was really fun. I mean, it is fun. We don't really do as much now, but yeah. Fifth is I did Girls Who Code. I did it twice, but I just did the self-paced program and talked about that, and it was only for like 10 weeks in the fall. Then, I think this is 6, I was the dorm prefect last year. There's like 10 of them, but it's just a leadership position. Since I go to boarding school, they need people to run the dorms on the weeknight and check people in and like knock on their door and be like, good night. And you do other stuff and plan activities. So that was my 6th. 7th, I put that I was the varsity soccer manager, the boys varsity soccer manager. So much fun. But basically, I just ran the social media and did stats and stuff. Then 8 or 9, I put I was a member of BSU for all 4 years because I am. And then 10th, I was the sophomore class officer, which is like fundraising, planning activities, leading bi-weekly meetings. So those are my activities. And then I'm going to talk about letters of recommendation. So at my school, you're required to do 2 from teachers and then 1 from your counselor. So I did my English teacher and my Spanish teacher, and then my college counselor wrote a letter for me. And honestly, they were telling me not to do that because they want an English and a STEM. But I feel like if you're applying for something humanities, then it's fine. And it worked out in the end anyways. And then, essays. So for every school that had a supplemental, I submitted a supplemental essay. I wrote one for every school. A lot of them I reused because the prompts are very reusable. I had one, like the Why Us essay, just research the program, change the name, and it's reusable. And then I reused this other, for NYU, the prompt this year was, I should go look it up. Hold on, I'll talk about it. Okay, so the prompt for this year was tell us about a time. Well, this is what I answered. I answered the part of the question, since it's like 3 different questions. I answered, tell us about a time you encountered a perspective different from your own. What did you learn about yourself, the other person in the world? Basically, I wrote about my roommate from last year because she was of different political affiliations than I was. She was also a little bit racist. Okay, maybe we don't need to talk about that. But basically, I talked about how I learned kind of how to understand different people with different opinions from me, and usually how I like to argue with people that I just like to argue for fun. But then, instead of arguing, I learned how to listen and how to basically like appreciate other cultures or other people with different political affiliations or different morals or different opinions from me. And it was only 250 words, so I couldn't really like get into the depths of it. I don't know. I didn't really think the essay is that good. I'm not opposed to showing people the essay if you want. Just comment. But yeah, that's pretty much all my stats that I have to talk about. If you have any more specific questions, I'll be happy to answer them in the comments, and I hope this was helpful. But overall, I mean, compared to the people in my school, I have pretty average stats, and I don't know, I was really surprised that I got into NYU, honestly, because I don't know, obviously they have like a really low acceptance rate, and I don't have a SAT, and my grades are kind of just average. So you can do anything you put your mind to. It just takes a lot of hard work, but yeah. And good luck to everyone who's applying to NYU or any of the schools or any school ever. Do your best, apply yourself, and you're gonna do great things. Yeah, bye guys, hope you enjoyed.